Exactly, we're going. So today on A Table in the Corner, I am chatting to Drikus Brink, who is the chef proprietor of Toevlug.
Yes, I don't follow titles too much, but
You're the guy at Toevlug.
yeah.
So if we go to Toevlug, you'll be there and you'll be
Yes.
doing some stuff.
Yeah, you'll see me
Some of
around.
it will be cooking, some of it will be like shaking hands.
Yes, also pouring some wine.
Ah,
Actually, we don't pour wine here. You pour your own wine.
You pour
It's quite casual.
casual, okay.
Yeah, but we've got a great wine list there.
Well, listen, thanks for chatting to me on the show. And let me mention that the show is brought to you and me and all the listeners by Novel, which is a restaurant booking system.
Oh, interesting.
Very affordable restaurant booking system,
Nice.
made with the latest technology. And it sort of, lets people book. You can manage your deposits and everything runs from a little app.
Yeah.
So it's easy.
Awesome.
What a happy thing to be sponsored by Novel. Okay, let's get on with it. Let's get into this thing. So we got this like function format thing of the show, which follows a thing where we find out about where you come from. How did you start cooking?
Oh, so cooking's been part of me sort of all my life, but I didn't ever see it as a sort of profession. I'm not going to say I started cooking when I was like 4 years old when I was still working.
Standing on a stool by the stove, No.
I grew up I was born in Pretoria.
Yeah.
Then I moved to Croatia for about 2 years.
Why did you do that?
My father worked there. So he worked for the United Nations. So he used to travel quite a lot.
Okay.
I was very fortunate enough to travel most of Africa, actually. It was just
Wow.
really
Okay, that's the
amazing.
thing.
And then obviously you eat a lot. You eat different things, you try new things. And then we moved back to South Africa onto a farm. My grandfather passed away.
Okay.
So my gran was, alone on the
And
farm.
where was that?
That's in Sasolburg. So
Okay.
just other side of the Driehoek.
Was it a working farm or just a residential?
So we had
thing?
cattle. Mealies is a big thing. Lamb, a couple of horses, but not really. And then some other grains like sorghum and I don't know. I was six at the time. So
Okay.
yeah,
But I mean, you grew up on a farm, running free,
amazing. Yeah, getting to drive,
milking
ride.
cows.
Yes, actually, our family member next door had a dairy farm.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they opened up a shop with my mom next door, so it's always been around. And when I was 13, my gran sold the farm. We moved to town, but my gran always had a butchery in the town. And
okay.
she remarried to my grandfather, on Flip, and he also had the other butchery on the farm. In
So it was like a
Sasolburg,
butchery empire in Sasolburg.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, is it?
I obviously got the
Did you ever work
opportunity-
in the butchery?
I used to do till, because obviously I'm like still very young, so mostly on the till with my brother. But I didn't enjoy sort of the people interaction too much. My brother was good at it at the time, but I enjoyed a bit more at the back. So I used to help with the hanging of the wors and that sort of stuff, the easy jobs, you know. And I also used to taste the boerewors raw. So I taste the seasoning and that sort of stuff. So it's always part of the thing. Yeah.
Okay. And did you also, was it like started off oggend, Drikus slaan till?
Yes, for extra money, of course.
Oh, is it? Okay.
And then we started a wood business because I had family. I'm half. So my dad comes from Namibia. So then my uncle had like a logistics company. So then we would buy wood. My dad had sort of invested in us, and then we buy the first bit, and then we buy the next truck.
Namibia is a desert, so where was the wood coming
the
from?
best Mopani wood.
Oh, okay.
So Mopani wood is really good. It's sort of similar to Kameeldoring, but it burns a lot longer.
Okay.
And we started selling wood, and then we used to taste the wood on boerewors rolls. So then it became cooking boerewors rolls for the local people.
And how, what did you say, Rocky? You're 13, 14?
Yeah, about there.
Okay.
And
that's quite entrepreneurial of you.
And then when I got a bike sort of learners, I started delivering pizzas. Yeah. I worked at Scooter's Pizza when I was 16 for extra money.
Fantastic.
And obviously I'm naughty. I sort of earn all my own money, and then I started partying a bit too much and getting the wrong friends because now I got money and that sort of stuff. So Yeah, not always good.
You have to have money for petrol for your
Yeah.
50 and your smokes.
Yes, correct,
Very
correct.
good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at some point though, you decided to go and study cooking.
Yeah. So I went to Prewleaf Chefs Academy.
In Centurion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Went there. It's a short course, so it's a year and a half.
When was that?
2014. Matriculated 2013. So I started on in Jan, like the 6th of Jan. I started very early in Jan. Yeah.
That time, because isn't the course is longer now though?
I think most courses in about
Now 3 years, 2 or 3 years. Yeah.
So
So
at the time
yeah.
It was really cramped. You'll have to really work hard to get that sort of diploma, and it was the first 6 months was more theoretical with practical, but then the first 6 months you study in the mornings, and then the afternoon or dinner shifts, depending on your roster, there was a restaurant on the property.
Oh.
Then you would be a sculler. So you'd be a kitchen porter washing dishes for about 6 months. And I don't mind washing dishes.
And you're paying them to wash their dishes.
Yeah, sure. But it's the students cooking. So it's the next 6 months, the senior students that's cooking in the restaurant.
Okay.
Yes, there's chefs in every section or lectures, you know. But man, to wash dishes for people who can't fucking cook. It's a lot of dishes. You know? So it was terrible at the start. But you got to sort of learn with your eyes how kitchens work and service works.
Yeah.
And then you also waited and worked on the floor.
Okay.
Which is really good. Yeah.
But let's just jump a little bit forward because I know, and in the background, I was quite surprised actually, in the background research that I did, is that basically you left cooking school, came down to Cape Town, or to Stellenbosch, got a gig in Overture's kitchen with Bertus Basson, and you've never left.
Yeah, basically. So I've never had to update the CV. It's quite funny. I sort of, you could.
How did that work? Because how did they place you?
You can select which province you want to go to, and obviously everybody wants to go to the Western Cape. It's sort of where all the good restaurants are.
I don't believe that. Surely people were fighting over going to the North Cape or like
to do strongman competitions.
No, I imagine the competition must have been stiff to get to.
And everybody's was always fighting for like test kitchen.
Lakalong.
No, actually, Lakalong wasn't on our radar, but it was test kitchen. I think Potluck Club wasn't open yet, and then there was Greenhouse. Was big thing.
Was Stonewall Cellars,
Bread and Wine was also one that I actually personally wanted to also go to, which was really good in Franschhoek. I also like Franschhoek because
you liked a small town. Okay. So Stellenbosch was,
and then in that year we also had the privilege to go on like a wine tour.
Yeah.
And that's the first time I ate at Overture. So we ate there, and we ate at Jordan as well. And George was still there.
When George Jardine was still there, yes.
And I loved both restaurants. And then there was a function in Joburg, and we were working the function as students do. And on the way there, I'm with my mate in a car. I didn't have a car at the time. The school phones me and says, "Drikus, you're going to Bertus at Overture. We've never sent a student there, so go introduce yourself. Go say hi to him." So I found out that I'm going there while the same day that I sort of met him, and I met Marley as well.
Yes.
And it was cool. I knew from the start it's gonna be a good relationship.
Good relationship, yeah.
When I moved down, he put a roof over my head, so I lived in an apartment in Strand for free.
Oh, was that his old flat in Strand where he used to live? Did he put up his team in there?
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
There were quite a few people living in the flat. And it was good. So you could, go and vent, and the service was so shit. We're in a good space. What do we need? We plan.
Were all the people in the flat in the kitchen or front of house?
There was one that was in part of the catering company at the time.
Oh, that's right, because he had a catering.
Yeah.
So he had.
The rest was all in the restaurant. Yeah.
Because Bertus had at that time, it was Overture. He had previously had Divorce Roll, that trailer that Divorce Roll.
That was sold just before I sort of started.
His partner, Craig Cormack took that.
Yes,
Right.
yeah.
And then he had he used to like wedding and event catering with a big outside catering
Yeah, it was
truck.
like a truck, yeah.
Yes, yes.
So actually, funny story, actually, later on, I then went and I did my license to sort of get the trailer, and I wrote...
Because you only had a 50 license until then.
No, I had a car license. I
did
actually learned how to drive with the company van. So
The Overture company
yeah,
van?
it's a van.
Come on.
And I got my license here in Strand. Yeah, so that was fun. And then I got my license for the trailer because he needs more people to be able to drive around.
Yes.
And as soon as I got it, he sold it.
Oh, no, man.
Yeah, so I never got to actually, drive
that thing,
the trailer. But it was a big thing. It was
Big,
quite
yeah,
stressful.
big and hefty, yeah. Because they had like stoves and the whole story.
Yeah. And the one time, it's actually funny. We did a function at in town. It was in the Boerkaap. So you can imagine the Boerkaap has got those sort of cobble streets, and I had to drive the van, and it was meet your meat sort of event. I can't remember I was driving there with Marley had Speck, the pig in, and a couple of chickens.
Yeah.
And then I came through with a couple of dogs and the barbers in a fish tank. So it was a 2-meter fish tank with water in and live barbers in. And I'm driving in town that I've never driven. It was very stressful. But it was a good memory,
Okay, so there are two things here. You have to have been a resilient oak to work with Bertus that long, because as talented and as great a businessman and as astonishing a chef as he is, he's hard.
Yeah,
he doesn't take cup.
He knows what he wants.
Exactly.
He knows
right. So there must have been a couple of shouting matches there, but also the oak's crazy. He's always like exactly what you say: a couple of dogs, a pig, 3 chickens, two live barbel in a tank. That's Bertus. He'll tackle any creative.
And the thing
challenge,
is, the one thing we always open for business. So we pick up the stuff that other chefs will be like, oh, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
So we do that, and that's always how he's built his empire.
Yeah.
He's had Overture and he's right, and then on the side there's a catering event here. I go to this guy's house, we cook there. I do this wedding, I do this braai over here, and it's part of who he is.
So that's kind of the question, because the thought would be, and I initially thought that you would be like, okay, I'm at Overture and I'm the chef de partie, I'm then you're clowning and you Sue and Junior Sue, how you go. But is there a restaurant, or have you just worked through the group always?
So I started at Overture, and then Spice Route opened up. Bertus Basson at Spice Route opened up.
Exactly. He had Bertus Basson at Spice Route. Yes.
Weekends I sort of went there, cooked breakfast, where I learned how to cook breakfast. I got humbled very quickly because you're doing 120 people for breakfast. You learn how to scramble eggs very quickly. Yeah. And you also understand that scrambled eggs cook very fast. So everything's got to be ready, and then you drop your eggs at the last minute. Omelets, all that sort of stuff. So, yeah.
And also, breakfast is the worst service for any chef.
People are particular about their
eggs and how they are.
Yeah. So, but you've got to. It makes you a better cook.
Do you think?
Yeah, for sure. Because I judge people on their omelets. So there's a lot of big dogs out there that if you say cook me an omelet, it's going to be a shit omelet. So understanding how it cooks and soft but closed. Rich, just a little bit of cheese inside, pecorino, and chives. That's it, and salt. So you don't put cream or sour cream or anything in your egg, or milk in your egg. It's just the natural creaminess of the egg yolk that you cook properly. So I start off high, and then it's almost no heat. So the heat of that pan cooks the omelette through all the time. So you scramble it really quickly.
Both hands. I need to eat one of your omelettes one day.
I'll make it for you just now.
Sounds fantastic. So, okay, on that point, Spice Route, I remember, or I always thought, because it was always so hectic, and one of the reasons it was hectic was there were always these like buses, these tour buses driving up the hill full of people that unload, because basically what was created there was like this almost like a shopping mall that had a
Everything-
shop
there was
from
everything you
everything
needed
from
was on the
around.
farm,
Yeah.
yeah.
So there was even those oaks, Dallachia oaks, and
Yeah. And there was the beer
There's
tasting,
beer, the CBC beer.
There was a simple burger place, I think. There was just the Villiers chocolates were there.
Yes, the chocolate place.
And lots of shopping, like there was a glass, we were next to the glass
Isn't
shop.
Neil Jewell there now? He took
Yeah,
over
bread
that
and
venue.
wine, yeah.
He's bread and wine. I
Yeah.
want to go and I actually want to talk to Neil. I really
Yeah.
enjoy him, and I haven't got around to that, so I will do that. But okay, so you've got people like arriving on buses, getting off,
Yeah,
and
and then you
suddenly
cook.
there's 60 people, 70
Yeah.
people, and you've got to cook.
So there
breakfast,
we
yeah.
learned a bit more about volume,
Yeah.
being prepared, portion control, portion size, consistency, being fast, being efficient. Because we've never had large brigades of 25 chefs.
No.
You know, I think the most I've ever seen in any kitchen was 13. That was max, and that's including students. You know, two or three students at a time. So we would never have large teams. And
But also
even
the
if the
way
restaurant's busier, you cook, you work harder. You cook
I
faster.
mean,
and you,
wasn't it in Overture that there was one hot station where there would be
yeah,
one
because there's
person?
no space for two people. So it's one stove. It's my favorite stoves in the world. It's called the Imperial.
Yes.
It's American built, and the knobs are great. The pilots never break. It's like a Toyota.
Yeah.
That thing is now at Spec and Winner. It's still going.
Still going.
Still going, yeah.
Wow.
So Imperial stoves are incredible. It's not an ad. It's just facts, yeah. And you know, there's only space for one person to cook. So one person does all the hot food, not just all the main courses. He does all the hot food. So winters was tough because now there's more hot food. Yes, there's
hot
less
dishes.
guests, but you're picking up 6-7 different dishes. So hot section was intense. It was one person cooking, and you had one on the pass, and then you had like an assistant, which is always like a younger commis chef or chef de part that works basically garnish.
Yeah.
He gets, okay, we're going with 2 pork, a fish, and a lamb. He gets all the garnishes ready, and he sends it up to the pass, and then Bertus obviously is on the pass, always behind the stoves. And when I first started, Bertus used to be only behind the stove, which you would think it would be on the pass, but not. He would always cook, and then the sous chefs would be on the pass. Yeah.
I've got a classic.
And you want to be that guy that's cooking.
Because
flippin' badass. You know?
yeah.
And it's just incredible. It's like watching someone do incredible art. It's like watching a play when Bertus cooks. And it's sad because people don't get to see it every day anymore.
Yeah.
But it is like an art, and it used to be just so raw and real, because there was swearing and there was fucking hurry up, and it was real, and it was an open kitchen.
In the first year that he opened, I shot a portrait of him for Taste magazine where he let me stand on his prep surface behind the stove, and I shot him working, and he had a mohawk.
Yeah. Before my time, but I've seen the pictures.
I mean, and I was in that kitchen in a corner with my camera shooting him cooking on that Imperial stove, and just watching the absolute focus.
Yeah.
It was just amazing to watch.
Incredible.
So, and I mean, you've been at his right hand now, because you've worked with him for like a decade, right?
Yeah,
for 10 years.
And you, as a young chef, you'd always think, flip it, how does he remember this? So you would, just to watch him redo something that he hasn't done for like 6 years, you know? So like certain pasta dish.
Yeah, okay.
And then he goes and he struggles with the first one, and you can see the light bulb just goes on, and it's just like muscle memory. It's incredible to watch, yeah. Like there's many instances like that, or how to fillet this fish, or how to work with this. Like now it's not a round fish, a flat fish. How he does that, or terrines or pastas, or very technical thing. He's obsessed about technique, and not about foams and bubbles and different things.
Okay, and that's what I want to go to, because you have attached yourself to a chef who doesn't do the foam and the bubbles and the mist and the smoke and the bullshit.
Yeah.
He cooks food.
Yeah.
It's the ingredient, it's the technique. He applies heat to it, applies a slice, a cut, whatever the technique is that he applies to it, and then you get this delicious thing.
Yeah.
Have you drunk that in? Is that you as a chef as well?
When you take that sort of and you mix it with a little bit of spontaneous cooking, you get magic. Like, he used to be also very spontaneous. So he would you would work with him. This is the game plan, guys. We go into service. This is how the dish looks like. And by the end of service, he's made it better, but he's changed it in the service. He doesn't give a fuck. If it's better, it's better. And there's never been, let's taste this dish before service. We do it maybe
on the fly,
like at 6 o'clock when the guests arrive. We'll do one, and that's it. Or we won't even. We'll just pick it up on the first go, which is like that's like adrenaline. Like that sort of feeds you. You know, that's really special.
But what kind of chef has it made you then?
It's made me someone that can think on my feet very quickly. I'm versatile, well-rounded. You never work just the one section. You would walk into the day and it'll be like, you guys swap sections. I'm working your section now. So your fridge had to be clean, scrubbed out, food labeled, like because you never know. You can just walk up into your section and work it. So we moved around all the time. So
and I mean,
we've always sort of hit heads with people that's like, I only want to be a pastry chef.
Yeah.
You know, there's a space for it, but not in our businesses. You've got to sort of move around. Yeah. And you've got to be versatile to be able to grow.
Have you moved around through? Because one of the things that I find amazing about the businesses is that there's like Acre, which sits at the top of fine dining, but with the personality of that human being in it, right? And then, like, not at the bottom of the scale, because the burgers are brilliant, but at the bottom of the scale is a fast food joint that does burgers, De Freya Burger. Yeah. So, and there's everything in between. What?
The burgers were born in Overture. We used to cook fine dining food.
On that little hill by the lake?
No, not even that. I'm going to tell you the core.
The core, okay, give me the core.
We used to cook, it was crazy. At the time, I think my sous chef was Ricky. He lives in Hermanus now. He opened up his own bakery. He's a really talented chef. He used to work with Eric Pulpit for a long time.
Oh, yes.
And we used to pick up, let's say, because there's gaps in service where, okay, now it's pudding or now it's starters, we're waiting for mains. So and it was in the summer, so we were fully booked all the time. And the wine tasting next door said, we need something more casual. There's only one thing on the property, and it's fine dining, and it's too fine. And yes, they do cheese boards, but people want something simple and, accessible, I think is the word. And we started grilling burgers on the same flat top, because we only had a flat top and a 6-burner. So it was the Imperial and the flat top. And our flat top had also two other burners, which is like only for water and that sort of stuff. And we started grilling burgers. So we'd get all the orders in and we'll pile them up until we can cook burgers and we have a gap. And we'll send out 15, 20 burgers quickly to the tasting room, and then we pick up the next main courses for Overture or starters or whatever. And then we built the deck.
Then you built the deck.
Because then we see it's working, and then we built the deck downstairs, and then that's where the deck was born, really successful. People loved it, and then we built the Freya Burger after that. Yeah.
That is really an incredible story. And
that's why sort of a lot of people think, look at him now, he's got 10 restaurants.
Yeah.
How did he do it? Where he doesn't have investors. It's only him.
Yeah.
And the reason why he has that is because he's always been like, my capacity, yes, it's going to be painful, but I'm going to do it so that I can grow. Yeah. We're going to do this function. The restaurant's fully booked. We're going to pick up that wedding over here off-site. I'm going to send 3 or 4 people, and we're going to pick up that job. I'll take the pain
here while they do that job.
We're going to pick up that job. We're going to pick up that job. Yeah.
But we're talking a lot about Bertus Basson. I want to talk about you, and I want to talk about Toevlug. So we're here at Toevlug. Absolutely beautiful wine farm venue. I didn't realize that it's like right next door to Familier, that Stellenbosch farm.
So we're sitting in the room where Familier was actually in.
Okay. All right.
So the this was Familier.
So how did you find this thing?
Aircon in here.
Oh yeah. But how did you find your way here? And by what? Because you were last at Clara's barn, and then Clara's closed, right?
Yeah. So I was at Overture for about 7 years, and then the opportunity came to open up a restaurant on another wine farm. But we knew it's going to be quite a big business, but it was going to grow organically on it. So yes, there was a big Clara's Barn fine dining restaurant. We knew about it, and then Giel was the more casual restaurant. This is breakfast and lunch, no dinners, and then there was also accommodation coming along, and then a venue. Yeah. We opened up that. It was really successful for about 4 years. learned a lot of lessons.
Yeah.
This was my first restaurant as my own restaurant. So then, after we closed, we looked for another wine farm restaurant. And we've always known Annandale and Familiar, and we like to see potential.
Yeah.
So we need to go to a place where we're going to start with here, and then we're going to build this, build that, and then it's going to be a really good business. Because you can build a great restaurant, but it can be a shitty business.
Yes.
So, like where we do the things on the side we always do that. So we produce stuff for the farm shop, for there. So we, in our kitchen, we bake rusks, we bake bread, we bake cookies and brownies and pestos and ready-made meals.
I went for a walk around Familiar before we started chatting here, and there were 2 beautiful loaves of bread. Yeah. Like farm bread, tall.
Yeah, that's what we bake in the wood-fired ovens over here.
You've got, okay.
So we built them. It was like this, after the restaurant was just built. It was the first month. I think we built them in just before December, like in November, month 2. We opened up in October, so month 2 we built those so that we could start producing for the shop. Okay,
so because you've got like a bakery section to the restaurant.
Yeah, we're actually painting it out today, and we need to still kit it out. We've got most of the gear because we've got a small restaurant, teeny tiny restaurant. We've got equipment of 2 big restaurants.
Because you bought from Clara, so you need to find.
So it's all about growing the business, and so we're going to be baking stuff over here, and then there's a beautiful venue that we're going to launch pretty soon. So the shop is in the venue at the moment, but it's got so much potential.
And that venue will be what, events and weddings and that sort of thing. Because I mean, in walking around this place, got these beautiful high ceilings, stunning wood. It's just that it's gorgeous. And you said that at the moment your kitchen's too small, but the bar's also in it.
Yeah,
so
we need to move the bar.
Like
especially when the venue goes live, you need a bit more layup space. You need counter space to plate and
yes, of course,
So the bar is going to move from the kitchen outside into the first room. We've got enough seating inside for winter, and then summer everybody's outside on the grass or under the vineyard.
What's the vibe? So I mean, what are people coming here? Because I know that at the moment you're doing dinner Friday, Saturday, but it's lunch and breakfast from Tuesday
to
through
Sunday. So for breakfast, we're not really trying to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah,
we want simple, solid breakfast, and it needs to be balanced. Okay. Good eggs, good coffee, good juice, and that's it.
Okay.
So we're not trying to scare people with too many different funny things on breakfast. So breakfast is just solid. Yeah. And then lunch is very cool. It's no set menu. So we wanted to build a space where people can come eat here often. So you've got to find the perfect balance of a menu that's not small enough to eat in one seating, but not too large so it's never fresh. You know what I'm saying? If you start paging through a menu like this, it's always frozen and it's not good.
Yeah.
So it needs to be perfect balance of you can't eat everything one go, and then you can. But there's enough options for you to come back and
so I'll come back on Thursday and have that. Yeah. But also, I mean, this location, so it's that intersection on the R44 where Zetler's Strawberry is, right? So you're close to Jamestown.
Jamestown, the Zalze, so Stellenbosch, and Paradijskloof,
and also you're just a stone's throw away from Strand and Somerset, right? So it's an easy place to come for lunch.
Basically, So it's called the Golden Triangle.
Yeah, because also this is the road you'd go to Hidden Valley, where Overture used to be. So you're almost like back home.
Yes, full circle.
Russel.
Full circle. But we've learned a lot since then.
But tell me about the lunch menu. What things
are on it?
The
lunch menu is really cool. So we got 4 snacks. Homemade biltong, olives, crispy artichokes with sour cream and chive.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, really good.
That will go very well with an omelette.
And then we've got starters, which is about 6 or 7.
Yeah.
So it's well balanced. We got a little bit of offal. I think 2 things are offal. A raw fish dish.
Is there tongue
vegetarian?
On your menu?
Yes, there's tongue.
What is it? What is it with you Afrikaans boys who are butchers that love the tongue?
Tongue is like the back of the tongue, especially, is like a piece of Wagyu meat for half the price, a third of the price actually. So it's really got high fat content.
Yes.
So it's not that nice to eat ice cold.
No.
Because it sits on your palate a bit. And I think that's what puts people off. but the front part of the tongue, sliced cold, is leaner and it's really delicious. So we take the back part and we cut it into sort of blocks and we make a skewer and we grill it. So that felt melts and it's like melt in your mouth. We brush it with monkey gland sauce, you know monkey gland? Like
And that's
spur vibes.
That's his favorite. He loves the spur.
Yeah, that's
the
our
spur
recipe
burger.
and we've been using it for many years. And then we just garnish it with chives and pickled red onions.
I have to say that sounds. Listen, I ate at Belly of the Beast. Neil and Anushka were kind enough to
amazing
invite me.
restaurants.
And on their menu is this tongue terrine.
Because it's so gelatinous, you know, it's a really
It was
good idea.
too good, bro. It was and
Did they
like
serve it with
I
sweet
grew up
mustard?
with going to my grandfather's house and we tongue for Sunday lunch. I was like,
Yeah,
but I've eaten it recently
I
and
like hot
better
tongue.
treated.
So I've never, in my family, we didn't eat hot tongue. We ate cold tongue, you know. But Bertus introduced me to hot tongue, and it came from his mother-in-law, where the recipe is the baked tongue dish.
Okay,
The
and that's where the
slice and
soot mustard.
Yes, slaphakskinkies.
Yes,
So
yes, there you
baked
go.
tongue, and then it obviously the fat content, and it sort of
It's rendered.
gets crispy edges, and it's just really good. So hot tongue is a thing, man. Hot tongue in one pot wonders. So
Yeah.
a little tongue pot with a little bit of jus, butter, lemon, fresh herbs, some vegetables like young spring vegetables like baby turnips, carrots. Delicious.
Delicious,
Really
it
good.
does
Like
sound
just
good,
like
yeah.
a nice sort of middle course.
Yeah.
Let's say you have a tasting menu, it's like your third course. So you go vegetarian, raw fish or raw meat, and then something comforting. It's great. Winter dishes. Yeah. Yeah.
So let's move on from that stuff into, because we need to at some stage get to the end of this. You can't just keep re-recording. What local chefs? I mean, I mentioned, I know that you know and follow Neil Swart and Anushka Horn.
Yeah,
Right?
love them.
Who else?
I love them because they built like their own little empire in Harrington.
Harrington,
So
yeah.
Great restaurants, and they grow people underneath them. So you got to respect that.
Yeah.
It's really good. They don't want everything for themselves. They pass it on to the next generation.
Is
and
that
that's really
something-
important in our industry.
Is that, because that's something that Bertus actively does.
Yes.
Is that a trick that you've absorbed from him? Do you do it as well?
Yes, because you have to give people opportunities. They might fuck it up or they might excel. That's the risk you're going to take.
Yeah.
But you can't do everything yourself.
Yeah.
You know, so you've got to train them, learn, trust, and guide, and then you go from there. So it's a bit of a dice roll. I was also a dice roll, I suppose.
Yeah, well,
you know?
you were, but the thing is, though, that also, I mean, a lot of young chefs coming out of kind of colleges and just cooking schools and that sort of thing, and doing their whatever 2-year, 3-year things, they're wanting to go and make foam and be famous and be like the head
Stand on the
sous
path
in
with
2
tweezers.
years. Yeah, you know.
They wanna,
Is it harder to take someone and say, listen, this is how you cook an omelette and this is how you cook bacon?
You just got to
You've got to
focus
teach
on
them
the
patience.
fundamentals and the basics first, and then you got to build on that. But you can't run if you can't walk, I suppose. So you got to learn how to swing a knife properly, learn how to wash dishes, learn how to work efficiently, you know, and then you build from there. You can't do it the other way around. You can't go run the 100 meters in Olympics first and then later on go and do your school athletics day.
meeting.
Yeah, you can't do that. Yeah.
For the Blue House.
Yeah, that's true. yeah. So
With the red
I think
house,
where I was privileged enough is with the course that was so short, because you got into that reality very quickly.
Yeah.
Sort of that December. So in Jan, you were still learning about all these things, and in December you're in the industry as a normal person, because he doesn't treat you like a student. He doesn't walk around eggshells if you're a student. This is who we are. You're here to learn from us. That's it. You know.
Yeah.
So we're not going to change our business because now there's some students.
We need to pull you along.
You know, so you got exposed to the industry very quickly, and then you get humbled because there's people faster, cleaner, more efficient, more talented than you all the time.
And also, Bertus will tell you that you cuck if you are.
And I started in December, and in Jan, a guy called Carl started, and he was my peer. So we started sort of at a similar time, and we worked together. He was also a student. He was from Hurst, and I was from Pretoria, and that sort of competition is extremely valuable. Because he was a couple of years older than me, but we started at the same time, so it was like we're racing a bit. I'm going to work faster than you today. You're going to work faster than me. I'm going to be cleaner than you today. I'm going to be cleaner. Like, look how clean my fridge is. So that sort of competition is really important in kitchens. Yeah. And it's healthy.
Absolutely. Where are you going if you're going out with your fiance for a little something nice? Doesn't have to be a fancy restaurant. Somewhere you like to go to.
I love Pane e Vino in Stellenbosch. It's like authentic Italian restaurant.
It's in that center.
Bosman's Crossing, yeah.
Bosman's Crossing.
Yeah. So
it's always been a weird place for me because it's
sort
of out of the way.
Because you got to drive almost out of Stellenbosch to get in.
Yes.
And it's Georgia is obviously he makes grappa, and his grandfather made Mielis, the first Rubicon, the maiden vintage. So lots of history.
It's an Italian family that does the real,
feels like a little mafia movie.
Okay.
When you go in there, it's like, they walk in, everybody greets the grandfather, George, and he sits there and he works and he watches everybody, and it's very cool. He makes a grappa Negroni.
Oh yes,
which is dangerous.
Very
dangerous.
Okay, that sounds very good.
And then his wife cooks, and she cooks
a proper Italian.
Yeah, proper like roast veal. There's really good specials, great pastas, lasagnas, like insane stuff, like so authentic, And the price point's good. It's not like overcrowded.
Yeah.
If you know, you know. So I like going there, and then I like going to Spek and Buna. Also, it's really good.
I love Spek and Buna.
I like Genki as well.
Genki is fantastic.
Nice. It's been there for 20 years. Husband and wife running it. It's good.
Yeah. I mean, if I lived in Stellenbosch, I'd probably be in Spek and Buna twice a week, and I'd probably be in Genki once a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And in town, I recently discovered South China actually moved. I know them.
South China Dim Sum by Ed, he's moved, Oh, Hesheng.
Yeah.
Have you only discovered Hesheng?
And I ate the pork tongue there, spicy pork tongue, incredible. The cucumber salad's amazing. The soup dumplings, obviously.
So the character of May is no longer there. She's moved on. It's so funny.
I was expecting like this onbeskofte tannie when I walked in there, because I've heard the things about there's the fridge, go get. So I was expecting it, and people were really nice. I'm like, but when is this happening now?
So my wife and I, when we first got to Cape Town, we went there because a couple of people like Abigail Donnelly, a couple of people in the know went there, but they were in one venue, and we used to go there, and then they moved across the road to where they are now. But also, like, after years of going there, I'm sure May recognized you. She refuses to acknowledge you, but like, you'd be sitting there like that, and one night we're a couple of people, and you finish your meal, you put down, and you start like chatting, because and we fucking ordered plate after plate.
Yeah.
We really hammered it, okay? Yeah. So the bill was, it was proper. So we just say, no, what are you going to do? Where are we going to, let's go for a drink. And she comes and she just puts the bill down on the table. She says,
you got to go now.
She says, you go now? People waiting? Just like, okay.
It's so straightforward.
Yeah.
But it's authentic.
But it is authentic. It's delicious. That's the thing. And
it's
the food's delicious.
And then the other new place that I really, really like is Lilo's Deli opened up right across from them on the corner there. So Lilo's Deli opened up.
Yes.
Then there's a fishmonger.
Yes.
Frankie Fenner Meat Merchants, which is doing steak.
Okay.
And then in the corner is the Vryburger. So I looked after the Frey in December for a bit.
That's the new Greenpoint venue.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I think that Bertus will probably forgive me because I crow all the time about Zuni Burger because I absolutely love Zuni Burger. I love the Freya Burger.
I've eaten a fair share of them because we also helped out with the Ongetem at Hilton. So it's in Kloof, so it's right off there. So if
yes,
it's
right across the road. You go have a burger.
Yeah.
And I mean, the team in the front of house at Zuni is fantastic.
Yeah,
the service is excellent. It's a great experience. And you don't have to, and it's something that I really love. And in fact, I think it's something that Bertus is about as well, is simplicity and straightforward. It's like there are 3 burgers and two fries.
That's it, yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
But the quality of it is excellent. And I love the fact that two guys took their dad's beef and turned it into burgers, and they get the beef from the farm, and here they are. It's been
That's
a
a good
great
one.
chat.
Thank you very much,
Drikus.
Russell. For me, it's been a privilege. I love the show, watching all of it, listening to all of it. So
Thank you, mate.
thank you for having me. Really
No,
appreciate it.
listen, absolute pleasure. And don't lose the opportunity to book yourself a table. You don't have to book a table. You can just wander in.
Yeah.
It's easy to find. It's a beautiful setting, and you can while away an afternoon. Can people come and work here? Is there Wi-Fi?
Yeah, we've got Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So, it's a great place out in the country.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Love it. Thanks, mate.
Thank you very much, Russell.